Hello, everyone. It's me, William, here at Allegory Gallery, and I am at Star Cottage Studio, our biggest project ever in the bead room, coming to you live today. We're going to show you some of the sterling and bronze charms that we have in the online store. Now, some of these we recently put in, some of them have been there a while, but I wanted to kind of bring your attention to them, especially if you just started following us here recently. You may not know that we have these. These are probably at really good prices right now because some of these are older listings, and prices of silver and all that stuff have gone up and up and up and up. So these are sterling and bronze. We'll show you some of them are sterling, some of them bronze, some of them are mixed. So we'll be showing you, I have a lot of them here. I have a whole box of them here. We're not going to get to go through all of them, of course, but I'm going to pull out some as we go through and show you some of my favorite ones. But there are lots of them. I'm going to guess probably around 100 at least different designs of these in the online store right now. And they're ready and waiting for you. So if you're looking for some good charms or some good pendants, check them out. In the links to this, or in the description to this video, I put in links for the charm collection in our online store and the pendant collection in the online store. Now, some of them cross over. There's some crossover. We try to, if they're, a certain size, almost anything can be a pendant, especially if you're wearing it on just a simple chain around your neck. So a lot of the charms cross over into it. But if they get to a certain size, we generally take them out of the charm category and move them into just the pendant category. So, it's a little bit of just kind of, deciding there between what sizes are good for what things, but a lot of them do have crossover. So if you look in the pendant and charm collections and you see, I saw this one already over there, or vice versa, that's why. A lot of them could fit in either circumstance. Like I said, almost any charm could be a pendant if you have it just on a simple chain or something like that. But some pendants are never going to be charms necessarily because they're too big, right? As Andrew said, some of these designs have been discontinued since they debuted. So these will be one of the only places, we will be one of the only places that you can get these still. And we still have, like I said, a good number of them in stock. Well, some of them we only have like one in stock. I shouldn't say that. But we have a variety of these in stock. Let's see who's joining us today. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Suzanne and Teresa. Thank you for tuning in. Andrew said, so many new people lately. Welcome. Yes, if you're new to Allegory Gallery, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We try to do, the best we can. We are a very small business, but we ship worldwide. We have a good following online and locally. We have a physical store located in southwestern Pennsylvania, here in Ligonier, Pennsylvania. I am broadcasting right now from Star Cottage Studio, which is our studio workshop. It is our biggest project ever. About a year ago, we purchased this building and the land that it's on, and we are renovating and doing as much work to it as we can over time, and as we have money to do it. So, a little bit of every purchase that we try to put some of that money aside to help out over here. We also have a Patreon for Star Cottage Studio, and if you'd like to join that every month, the Patreon charges you a little bit every month. I think we start at $3.99 or something like that you can join. And every month we use that little bit of money for something. We've done light bulbs here. We've changed out a lot of our light bulbs from the incandescent to the LED to help save money and be more energy conscious. We've also bought a weed eater because ours died, so we had to get another one. We've also done some plants and things around, and so if you'd like to join that, you can join our Patreon. I think I have a banner for that. Let me just throw that up here. If I can find it, there it is. If you'd like to join us there and help us out, we'd appreciate that. Let's see who else is out there. Harry, thank you for joining us, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Marianne is out there. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast today. Barbara is with us again today. Thank you so much. Norma is out there. Good to see you here, Norma. Emily's with us today as well. Andrew says, I love a good charm bracelet. Yeah, a lot of these things I'm going to show you are great for charm bracelets. We have some itty bitty teeny tiny charms sometimes. And, you know, on a charm bracelet, you might want a lot, but you may not want, you know, big things, right? So a lot of little things might be nice. We have those there. Emily shared this. Yes, please. Thank you so much. Please hit the share button. Please hit the like. Please hit the love. If you're on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, please hit that share and share it with your people. We are trying to get as many people as we can moved over to YouTube a little bit, just because YouTube, there are a lot of benefits. We're trying to get some watch hours on YouTube so we can possibly monetize our YouTube channel. They are already showing ads in our videos on YouTube on some of them, and we'd like to make some of that money. So we don't get any kickback from those ads right now. So we would like to do that. And the only way we can do that is if we get 4,000 watch hours. We've surpassed the 1,000 subscribers, so we appreciate that. Of course, we'd love to get more and more subscribers out there. So please share that YouTube link. And the more people that watch on YouTube, the better off we'll be. If all 1,000 people would watch us just 4 times on YouTube for about an hour broadcast, we would be there already. So we need 4,000 watch hours. And if you watch over there, generally the quality is a little bit better than on Facebook. And you can pause the video and continue from where you are, or go back in time on a live video, which you cannot do that on YouTube. So there are some benefits for you all watching on YouTube out there, and it's a great benefit for us to have more watch hours there. So thank you so much. Hello, Julie. Thank you for joining us today. Teresa also loves a charm bracelet or a necklace, right? People are even doing anklets now again. We've seen a lot of young people starting to get into the anklet thing again. So a little charm anklet could be really nice as well. Andrew said there's a squirrel eating a mushroom, right? We got lots of good stuff. Teresa's now on YouTube. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And YouTube also, you can broadcast on your TV a lot easier generally than Facebook, because a lot of smart TVs have a YouTube app built in nowadays. I don't know that they have a Facebook app necessarily built in. And I do know that our YouTube app functions on our Apple TV a little bit better than the Facebook app does. So that's some benefit too. So how is everyone out there today? I started a little bit early, so I want to make sure that people get a chance to you know, jump on here. So we always like to talk a little bit with you and chat a little bit in the beginning. So how's everyone doing? What's going on in your world? It's Monday. I've been running around all day. We are doing some work here at Star Cottage. I have to try and get the mowing done after this, I hope. Our neighbors have been so nice that they've been mowing for us since our mower was broken. Now that we have one again, and we have to test it out up here. So we're hoping that I can get some mowing done here after this broadcast. If it doesn't rain again, we had incredible thunderstorms come through last night, woke me right up out of sleep. There were a lot of loud thunder, lightning. It was pretty wild. And we're supposed to, I guess, have some more tonight. So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. They're supposed to not start until after, I think, midnight, I think, which is, you know, just enough time to wake me up again out of sleep. Michelle is doing good, making some Christmas jewelry. You are well advanced there then. You are well ahead of the game, right? I can't even imagine thinking about Christmas yet, but good for you. Maybe Christmas in July. How about that? Is that what you're thinking of? That's a thing, right? Suzanne says 105 heat index. I've been inside. I don't blame you at all, Suzanne. Stay inside. 105, too much. Too much. Right here, right now, it is 82 degrees. It's about 82 degrees. The sun is out. It is quite humid here. I don't like it. I was talking to our friend Beverly, who owns the store next door, Sensations, to us. And she's like, I don't like this kind of weather. I'm a cold weather person. I'm like, so am I. I'm much more that than this. Plus, I burn. I have to wear sunscreen everywhere I go, and that's a pain in the butt. So, yeah, I prefer cooler weather. But now that I've been in here, we've been in here all day, and I'm actually a little bit chilly. Isn't that wild? We have the air conditioning to make us comfortable, and then I'm sitting in here like kind of freezing. So I go outside just to warm up. I think we talked about this in one of our other broadcasts about how air conditioning is, and you end up going outside just to warm up on a hot day. It's really bizarre. Um, Marion says it's supposed to rain tonight up there. Rain is good, you know. We planted our pear trees, and I'm so glad there's been raining a little bit to keep them moist and wet. They need lots of water when you plant a new tree for quite a while. So hopefully they're doing well. I haven't gotten to check them here in a few days, so I need to go out and make sure that they're still have their leaves and everything's still going well out there with those. But it has been very lush this year, and if you deal with allergies like I do, it's probably been hard on you. Allergy season is like in full charge right now. It is like I take like 3 different allergy pills a day just to keep my nose from running and to keep my eyes from itching. And I think that's because it's been so rainy and been so lush. But you know, I grew up with a well for our house, and my grandparents had a well for their house. And so I always think about that and how having the water, especially all this rain in the spring and at the beginning of summer, really helps people who do have wells and keeps the groundwater for people who are doing crops and things like that. It brings up the water tables and it keeps the groundwater there. And so I think it's always, you know, we were always kind of happy to see it be a wet kind of spring and wet early summer, because at least you knew you might have water for the rest of the year, or for the rest of the summer. So I always think about that, and I always think rain's a good thing at the beginning of the summer like this. Teresa said we had thunderstorms last night here in Queens, New York as well. Yeah, those thunderstorms came through. Wow, were they wild? They were wild. It's the loudest thunderstorms I've heard for quite a while here recently. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for joining us out there on YouTube. Norma says 94 degrees here, 107 heat index. My AC is struggling a little. They do that, right? They do that. At the house, we just have window ACs. So we have a few of them in the windows, and we have some portable ones downstairs for the kitchen and living room. We've not put the living room one in yet. We've not had to. The ceiling fan has been good enough in addition to the kitchen AC. But we have 2 of the rooms upstairs have little window ACs. It's hard. It's hard if you only have 1 or 2 and you have a larger house, or even just 1 and you have a smaller house. They do struggle, right? It does struggle. And we're lucky enough to have a few. My mom got us a few for Christmas one year, so we luckily have enough that it keeps it fairly cool. Our cats do not like it when it gets very warm. They get very lethargic like me, and they just want to lay down and sleep. So whenever we turn on the air conditioning, they generally perk back up and start running around a little bit more. Tracy says, it is hot in Western PA. It is. It is hot and humid. Like 82, that's hot, you know, that's okay. But it's the humidity. We get a lot of humidity here. So our little dehumidifier in our basement goes like crazy especially once it barely runs at all most of the winter. And then once the spring or summer starts up, it just goes like crazy. Susan says, late as usual. Hello all. Hello, Susan. Thank you so much. Andrew said the other night it was thundering and it shook the house. Yeah, you could feel it come through the house. You could feel it vibrate through the house. It was crazy. I don't know if that was last night. Was that last night? The night before? We've had some crazy rain lately. Susan says, I wish we had some thunderstorms, but I'm afraid we're entering the Hell's Kitchen phase of the year. Yeah, thunderstorms are good, and usually, they usually help break up the humidity. So when a thunderstorm comes through, it usually cools down. One of the worst things, though, the things I hate, is when you get a big thunderstorm through and it just makes everything more humid and wet. That's the part of summer I don't like, when that happens. And I think we're going to get there. Yeah, Andrew said, when we didn't have money and it used to get so hot, we couldn't afford many air conditioners. Sometimes we didn't have any. Paolo would just lay on his back, spread eagle-like, and just let it all hang out to cool down. But yeah, he was a big boy, and the heat got to him quickly. 95 in Des Moines right now, high humidity. Yeah, that humidity I think is coming through, and I don't like it. Not one bit. Not one bit. Yeah, all right. So I'm at the end of the comments here. We're well into our time slot. So remember, give us those likes. I see 1 heart so far. That's all I see. Don't slack, everyone. Give us those likes. Give us those hearts. Let us know that you're out there. Say hello. Let us know where you're coming to us from. Please hit the share button to share these posts. We really appreciate it. And we're going to get started here looking at some of the sterling silver and bronze charms and pendants that we have for you. Okay. Now remember, these are all available in the online store. So I'm going to pop that up here right now. And you can go to allegorygallery.com and you can get any of these that I'm showing you. Generally, if you're having a hard time finding it, there are thousands of products on there. So I know how it can get a little time consuming to look through them all. But if you search using keywords, generally we try to add keywords to almost everything. So if I'm showing you a honeybee, usually you can search by honeybee or bee, and you'll be able to find kind of things that are there. If it's a tree, search by tree. If it's a kind of dog, you can at least search by dog and see all of the dogs. We have a lot of dog charms and stuff. Cats, rabbits, bunnies. You can search that way. So if you're having a hard time finding something, use the search function and it might get you there a lot easier than wading through everything. Of course, it's always fun, I think, to go through everything too. So you can go to the charm collection or you can go to the pendant collection and you should be able to find things that way as well. Now, I do want to say the things that I'm showing you today are actual sterling silver and bronze. These are not items from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection. And I just want to talk about that a little bit. We do have a fine pewter collection. There are over 200 some different, there are beads, there are toggles, there are pendants, there are charms in that collection. And they are fine pewter. So there's no cadmium, no lead in that. They are jewelry safe and wearable safe. And they do have antique silver, antique copper, and antique gold platings. So if you want to check those out, I'm not showing you those today. We might show you some more of those here in the week coming up. We'll see what goes on, what we decide to do. But these ones are not from the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection. These are sterling silver. Their prices are a little bit higher because they are actual sterling. And so you may see the prices are vastly different on these than in the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection. So if you are looking for a lower price point, I highly suggest going to the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection on our website and checking through the items there as well. We put amazing, I think, amazing prices on those for kind of a, kind of a special collection that it is, and kind of an artisan-made kind of collection that it is. I think that once we have those reproduced, the prices will probably go up. So we like to warn everybody that that's going to happen. We are, looking at talking with platers and manufacturers for that to get that ramped back up into production. We are still working on the inventory that we currently have for that. So the prices are old prices and the prices that we had to pay just for inventory, and they're much lower probably than what we're going to have when we remanufacture things, especially with all the costs of all the metals going up right now. So if you're looking for inexpensive but beautiful and well-made charms and pendants and toggles and beads, check the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter collection. Make sure you look through it. That, like I said, there are close to 200 some different designs, and each of those designs come in antique copper, antique silver, and antique gold plating. But these ones today are actual either plated or full sterling and copper, or I'm sorry, bronze. And so these prices are going to be higher. So, but for people who want the sterling, we get people all the time that come into the store and ask, where are the sterling things? And I don't think sometimes they realize how much the sterling things cost, because generally when we show them the sterling things, they're like, oh, these other ones will be fine. So, because most just general silver plating is fine for jewelry purposes. Most people don't react to it. But if you want the higher price things like these are, and you want the truly, sterling good things, we have them today to show you. All right. Marianne says AG fine pewter pieces are awesome. Thank you so much. We think so. That's why we purchased the line. We definitely like it. And we definitely think there's a great variety in there. And we're just trying to get the word out about it because you know, it's something that I think people aren't really taking advantage of because I think we have amazing prices on it. I think they're amazing pieces. There's over 200 different designs, or close to 200 different designs, and in 3 different finishes. So check it out. I think it's worth taking a look at if you haven't already. And if you haven't gone through page by page to look at them, please do. Because there's a lot in there. And if you do make something with the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection, please be sure to tag us and let us know. That's the same with any of our beads, really. You know, if you purchase from us and you make things, we love to see what you make. But at the same time, especially with these, because we're trying to get the word out about it, that we have them, that we're going to be manufacturing these. These are something that we're going to have, you know, down the line for years and years to come. So we do hope that you take a look and get some good stuff. All right. Let's see. Teresa says, I have a few of the Allegory Gallery charms. I love them. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And let's start taking a look. Let me flip the camera around here. My stand is squeaky. Donna says, your fine pewter line is amazing. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the good vibes there. Please let people know that we have it. As Andrew says, our hope is to grow the line. There are some designs ready to go to be cast, but we need to make some money to pay for it. It costs a lot to have it done. Not only that, but we still have to, you know, pay off everything. We have to pay off everything, and you know, and then get ready for production and some of the things that we might need to have molded that the molds aren't here any longer. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And so when we do that, prices will go up. All right. Natalie says, OMG, your website has so many amazing, beautiful jewelry. It overwhelms me. I want it all. So hard to decide. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. You know, take some time, go through it, take a look at what you like. We're glad you like it all. We do handpick pretty much everything on the website and in the store. So either we handpick it at shows or we go with trusted vendors. And they send us things and we decide what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. But we, you know, we do make sure that if we sell it, it's also something that we would use. We don't sell things that we would never use ourselves. So we try to make sure it's always quality out there for you. Tracy says, I really appreciate the price range available. I was able to get a kit with my cat beads. My 10-year-old grandson loves cats, so I may create a macrame bracelet for him. That's cute. That's cute. And yes, we do try to make sure that we have price points for everybody because, you know, we know what it's like not to have a lot of money. I wish we could say we know what it's like to have a lot of money too, but we rarely do. So we know what it's like not to have a lot of money. So we definitely try to make sure there are price points for everyone out there. And we do try hard to make sure that we have something for everyone. Bonnie says, I received my wave charm and I love it. Thank you so much. Suzanne says, never a problem with anything I bought from AG. Thank you. We're glad. We're glad. Susan says, one suggestion for the excellent fine pewter line, a full moon face. Yeah, I don't think we have a half moon face. Oh, crescent moon face. I don't know that we have a full moon face. Andrew says, yeah, I don't know. We have the one it's a round one, but it only shows, I think, a crescent of the moon, but it's a full round bead. Andrew says, yeah, I would like to experience being rich. Sign me up. LOL, right? That would be nice. That would be nice. Okay, so first up, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. That really shines. Now, a lot of these do have a true front and back. They do have a true front and back. But, oh, I didn't bring my penny. Do I have a penny here? I usually have a penny right here. I don't know where it is. Andrew has it. There it is. There it is.
I don't have it. I just got it.
He gathered it. So there are those. I think we have 3 of these available in the online store. I think only 3 of these are available. But look at those flowers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So there you go. Those are in the online store currently. Let's see, what else do we have in this bag? Who likes mermaids? I like mermaids. I like mermaids. These are really good prices too for some of these. So next up, we have this swimming mermaid. Swimming mermaid. And I think this is $4.40 or something, close to $5 only in the online store for the beautiful sterling mermaid.
Holy smokes.
I know. I know.
What's the code on that?
Hmm?
I think this one might be silver plated.
Silver plated. They might be. Some of them are silver plated, some of them are sterling. You'll see it in the description on the online store. Ones that are silver plated, of course, will be less than the full sterling ones. But they should say in the description in the online store. Next up, Sugar Skull. Isn't that cute? Sugar Skull in silver. It might be silver plating. This group may be silver plated. I'm not 100% sure. But if we know from the vendor, we generally put that in the description on the online store. So when you're looking at these, you can check it out. If it matters to you, prices, like I say, will be a lot more expensive for the full sterling versus the plated versions. And if you like that Sugar Skull, you might want a larger Sugar Skull.
Never too early to start thinking about that.
I know. Day of the Dead, right? So if you like that little one, you might like the bigger one. I should set them side by side here so you can see. Put the other one away too fast.
Make a matching set.
No, use some for earrings and a pendant. Earrings and a necklace, or a charm bracelet and a necklace. There they are.
Some of those jade beads that are dyed would be so fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Colorful.
Yeah, if you're doing Day of the Dead stuff, you know it's generally a colorful celebration. So we have a lot of the, as Andrew said, the dyed jade beads in the online store. And so you could add the dyed jade beads to these and have some fun with color. The dyed jade beads are really, really low cost for a whole strand of them. And a lot of people, when we were at Touchstone Center for Crafts, we did that this Saturday, and we were doing make and takes there. And a lot of people love the dyed jade because it's just so much fun and colorful and inexpensive, especially for kids, but for anybody really.
Yeah, some of them would make a couple bracelets.
Yeah.
With one strand.
Suzanne says the dyed jade beads are fantastic, right? A lot of people look down on the dyed stuff, but when you know it's dyed, as long as you know it's dyed and you know it's not going to come off on your skin, right? Then it's okay, and you can have fun with it. And you get colors that you don't get generally unless you pay lots of money for some of those colors. So this is a moon phase pendant.
Well, some colors just don't exist in nature.
I don't know if you heard that. Andrew said some colors don't exist in nature, so you can't get them anyway. Andrew says, I need to shake the money tree. I want to make some cash to help Azalea with college. Yeah, Azalea's getting ready to go to college, and you know, they're having a hard time. All small businesses are, and Green Girl Studios is as well. So I don't know if you saw their live that they did. Was that yesterday or Saturday? It was Saturday, right? On Saturday, they did a live with some bronze coins and a lot of stuff, rings. So if you didn't see that, be sure to check out, watch the replay of that live, and check out their website. Azalea worked really hard on rebuilding their website to make it easier for them to process orders. So if you didn't, please check that out because they are trying to save some money and get some money together for Azalea's college fund.
Yeah, they were talking about tuition, but I think they forgot about books and.
Yeah, they you know, tuition is the big thing that people think about, but you don't think about housing or books or whatever else she may need, food budgets.
She's staying there.
She's staying at the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so just mostly books then.
The books are so
Tracy
expensive.
says love sugar skulls, so interesting. Me too. Me
One of
too.
the best places I saw sugar skulls, I was in San Francisco during the Day of the Dead, and they had a big parade. And so we walked onto the parade, and then there was this park, and they had all these shrines set up, and it was really cool because
you did a live from there too.
Yeah, I don't know how good it was because it was probably shaky and there's lots of stuff, but yeah, it was nice because even though it was like a reverent time, it was also kind of like a celebration of life. So it didn't feel like super doom and gloom. It was kind of like
Day of the Dead should be a celebration of life, right? That's what it is. Celebration of ancestors, at least. Susan says, I've never had anything that was dyed from AG that wore off. Yeah, we try very hard never to have anything happen like that. We test things and try to make sure, check with our vendors to make sure how things are dyed and how it's done, because we don't want that wearing off. That's awful. Donna says, oh, wow, that moon phase pendant is beautiful. Get it on the online store now. We don't have many of those available. I think there are only 2. I think there are 2 of those moon phase pendants. So that's all I'm showing here. So if you'd like that, Donna, go grab it.
that has a big potential for dingle dangles.
Yeah, it does. Dingle dangle from it, as Andrew says. Let's see here. Donna also said, and those textbooks aren't cheap, right? School.
Like, how come the textbooks cost more?
I know, it's insane. It's insane. Every semester, I feel like we spent $800 to $1,500 on books.
Yeah, it would be like, is this like a magic book?
I know. And then you sell them back if you want to, and you barely get anything for them.
No, and then they sell them again.
Sell them again for much more.
Price.
Yeah. So this is this is a large one. This is a key. I think this is sterling plated key with a heart. And it's a beautiful pendant. And there are a few of those available. I think there might be 5 of those available in the online store if you're interested in those. You know, key to my heart. Nice pendant to have.
I'd like to be able to go on a trip with Azalea before her school starts, but her school is probably going to start right after our touchdown. So
at least you get to see her a little bit for that.
I know, but I wanted to do something like big because we never got that as kids. So it would be nice to do something for them. Like maybe go. We've always talked about going to London or.
Oh my, that's fancy.
I know. I want to. Well, I kind of selfishly want to go just for me, but.
Next up, this cute little doggy paw charm.
That could be a cat.
Could be a cat paw, cat or dog. ferret, lion,
anything with paw.
right? Look how cute and tiny that is. We have only 2 of those I'm showing in stock. And I think those are $6.60 each, if my writing here is correct. Somewhere in there, it's somewhere in there. These are all done by pricing of like actual cost of the silver. So that's why some of these prices, like we normally like to have rounded to the nearest 25 cents. But some of these prices are a little bit wild. They look wild because we use the actual cost, which is the cost of the metals, to price them.
But also, there's a thing called market suggested retail price, and we sell them at that price so that we're not undercutting.
All right. Next up, stars. How about that for Star Cottage Studio, or any star person in your life? These, I believe, are $9 each. Again, if my writing is correct, and the prices didn't change since then.
It kind of looks like one of my old pendants.
I know, you used to have a star pendant.
And it's called a Shatterstar pendant.
It was in polymer, right?
Polymer, porcelain.
All right. So are you all enjoying these, or am I boring you? Am I boring everybody with these pendants and charms, or are they useful? Do you think these are useful for you? What use do you have for these as we're looking through them? Let us know what you would do with these. We'd like to hear.
Well, I do lots of stuff. I think they're useful.
Andrew thinks they're useful.
Yeah, I don't like not useful things.
These are the nice thing about these too is these are great to purchase in addition to our inspiration kits. So you can throw a few charms or pendants in there. Some of our kits come with charms and pendants, but some don't. And it's always a great addition to a kit. If you're buying a kit, grab a charm too.
Yeah.
Here's a little bird charm.
Are you still offering free shipping over a certain amount?
Over 100. Free
Yeah.
shipping over $100 in the online store.
Add a couple charms. Especially the sterling ones.
Yeah, these are nice. Teresa says they are beautiful, very useful. And you know, I know there's a lot of stuff. I keep saying this. There's a lot of stuff in our online store. And I know it's hard to sift through it all. So I think over the next few days, I'm going to be showing you some things that are in the online store, or some things that we've seen slow down in selling because people may not be finding it. We generally sort our homepage by the newest things that are available. So sometimes I think if things fall off the homepage, people don't always go into the collections to see everything. So I think here this week we might flip some things around, and we might show you some older things and some things that are just still beautiful. Beads don't go bad, right? Old doesn't mean that it's out of fashion.
We should play a game of knockout.
Knockout. I'm just going to knock things out of the online store.
Get everything out of the. So finish off the category.
Here's a 3-paw pendant.
That's like for us.
Susan says, yeah, it's our 3 kids. Susan says, enjoying them. I've gotten them before from you all. Usually the charms, pendants from earrings, and sometimes necklaces. Yeah. Donna says, OMG, the sun ones make great earrings, and I'm also using the mermaid beads and the suns with the live zoom and the mermaid kit. Yeah, that's I think you're talking about our AG Fine pendant collection. I know you've been using the suns a lot. They are a great one. I think we're getting low on the suns too. So if anyone is looking to get those, we may sell out on those pretty quickly before we're able to manufacture them all again. So if you like them and they're working for you, I would suggest grabbing them. Suzanne says, plus you can break up the payments over $50. Yeah, you can use Shop Pay. So on our website, and if you go over a certain amount, Shop Pay kicks in, And you can break up your payments into multiple payments that way.
You have to qualify.
Yeah. Some of them you have to qualify for, and some of them I think most people can qualify for. Sometimes you have to run a credit check for some of the other, like if you want to do longer installment periods.
Or go like thousands.
Yeah, or going to high money, high dollar areas. But I think a
If
lot of
you
them.
want to do that, you can do that. I won't protest.
Andrew's not going to protest if you want to spend thousands in the online store and break it up into payments.
Yeah, we're trying to help Azalea.
Suzanne said, I've made Halloween earrings with the skulls, but Halloween is life. I know you love the Halloween.
I love Halloween.
Sorry, I'm starting to get up.
Drink your drink.
I did. That's what happened. I drank my drink, and now my throat is.
Did it go down the wrong hole?
No, all that pollen is starting to kick up.
Float to the surface.
Yeah.
Go ahead, show it.
I'm going to show it. Hold on. I'm going through. You're not controlling this live. I
Look
am.
at it. It's blank time.
Donna says, I've had to order more of them because they are beautiful. Good. Thank you, Donna. Marianne says, unless you're a Canadian. Yes. Shop Pay is not in Canada yet. It's powered by a firm, so I don't know when they're planning on getting up there. I would assume Canada is on the list. I would hope to come soon. Sooner rather than later.
Shopify is pretty good. They listened to us, and we wrote them after you told us that. And usually they do respond fairly quickly with customer needs, but I don't know if it has to do with exchange rates and or some of the shipping stuff.
Yeah. In any case, if you have a very large order that you'd like to make, we can work with you personally to help you out with that. If you can't get installments, but so just let us know.
We don't usually offer that because
we've been burned sometimes, but of course you won't get things shipped to you until it's paid. So that's the one thing is when we use these other services, we can go ahead and ship because they cover any potential issues there may be. But if we work with you personally, we can help you cut it into payments, but we will have to hold your shipment until it's done.
Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor.
So if you really like the show, you can represent your.
Teresa says, I got this for me and my sister because we are survivors.
Me too.
So there you go. We only have a few of these. I think we have the one. Oh no, we have some more. It just came out of the other bag.
Hey, you got a bunch.
Yeah. So we have a good number of these. And I think they're only like $6.50 if I'm right. So I think these were a sellout or a sell down Andrew got.
They don't make this anymore.
Yeah, they don't make that one. So we were lucky enough to get the sell down. All right. What else is in this bag?
You watched the cute gay movie last night.
Yeah, we actually took some time out to watch a movie last night.
Holy guacamole,
I know. What happened?
I know. Usually we are like, go, go, go. And then yesterday we kind of, we still did work, but not like normal.
Not intense work.
Because we just finished lots of intense work back to back to back to back.
Mm-hmm. Marion says, waiting for shipping notification on my purchases. I would have to talk to our shipper about that or take a look. I don't get involved with that as much anymore, so I will have to see what's going on.
Yeah, plus it's better just to email.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'll forget by the end of this video.
Because there's a paper trail.
Yeah. Let's see. We watched Fire Island.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Island was the name of the movie, Susan asking.
And the reason why it was super cute is because it's based on Pride and Prejudice. And so I was like, that's supposed to be Mr. Bingley. And that's supposed to be Elizabeth.
Yeah, Andrew's saying all this. I don't remember any of these people. So he's like, okay.
That's Lady Catherine.
All right.
Listen to the sass of it.
Michelle says, that's good you guys took time off. I tried to take, I turned my phone off. No calls, no texts. I needed a day, especially after everything. We went to Rhode Island. Then we came back and kind of jumped right back into the thick of things. And then Andrew had his class on Friday that he taught.
People said they loved it.
People said they loved his class. They invited him back to teach again.
They begged for me to come back.
Listen to this. Oh, listen to this.
They said I have a fan group.
And then, so did that. And then we had on Saturday, bright and early Saturday morning.
Dark and
early Saturday morning. We got up to go to Touchstone and do our booth. So by Sunday, I told the cats that I was going to spend some time with them that day, and that's what I did. I shut my phone off for the most part, and we did a few things, but nothing heavy.
You cleaned the kitchen.
Cleaned the kitchen a little bit. I know the kitchen was a disaster.
Hallelujah.
If you saw my meme that I shared on Facebook about how you can, eat out and you can not be in your house for 3 days, but somehow you still have to clean your kitchen, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, and I made a thing of beans because I was going to make this legume tofu on the Instagram. I saw a recipe and then we forgot and it was in the Instant Pot. And so it's like a nightmare time.
Nightmare.
So William will be taking care of that.
Oh, really?
You don't want me to puke, do you?
I don't know.
I'm sensitive now.
He's sensitive now. I've never seen him puke over food yet, actually.
Well, this smell.
You used to clean grease traps and dirty,
That's
nasty.
the old times. That's a long time ago. And I did dry heave while I was doing that too.
Dry heaving is not throwing up, though.
If you throw up in your mouth, it still counts.
So here is an owl charm, a big one at that, in bronze. In bronze. We're getting into some bronzy things now. Marion said, so much great news lately. Yeah, Andrew's been hitting it running.
I've been trying.
Hitting the pavement running.
I got some more good news today.
What did you get good news today?
Well, apparently I made an impression on some people and they want to interview me for their social media.
Nice.
So, I was like, for real? Not for pretend?
Elemental charm?
Well,
in bronze?
I was telling people that you sometimes have to have the real conversations that are just so weird and bizarre that you burn yourself onto the minds of the other people. And they're just so upset. Oh, and if you're sensitive about sexy time, then don't watch that movie. I mean, it wasn't too much, but there's a little bit. So just so you know, if you're sensitive and you're gonna clutch your pearls and be like, oh my goodness, oh my word,
it's not for you.
Yeah, go watch a regular Pride and Prejudice.
How about this little cat skull in bronze? Oh, I love that. I can't believe I didn't save one of these for me. This is the last one of these left, everybody.
That's cute.
Only one. We sold out on everyone but this one. Little cat head skull in bronze.
Michelle May says, most of the stuff I watch has it.
Right.
The sexy times.
Sexy times. Anymore, you can't watch a show without it.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's true.
At
least the shows we watch.
Well, I mean, even simple shows seem to have a lot of it.
What show did Heartstopper didn't? That was so charming. I was like,
they got renewed too
for 3 seasons. 3 seasons, or something.
Yeah, 2 more seasons.
I was like, I guess that charming young love from afar and with at least 6 inches in between pays off.
Llama mama. Somebody just says even commercials have it, right? Bonnie says,
I was watching one and I was like, ooh.
Bonnie says, Andrew, you crack me up with the pearls.
Well, it's true. You know what I'm talking about. When the people, they're like, oh, and they grip them.
Speaking of pearls, did you see our email today?
Did
everyone get our email? You can grip your own pearls. I sent out an email today. that we have a lot. You know, we did the pearl sell off the other day, and we sold all but I think all but two bags, two or three of the lots of the pearls. So we have a lot of old stock pearls in the online store. So I sent out an email about that. But not only that, but did you notice we're talking about pearls? Did you notice why we're talking about pearls? Because the Great Bead Extravaganza has decided pearls for June is the trend. We're still seeing, you know, people think pearls are like been going on, and they have been going on for a while, but they're not over yet. We're seeing more and more people continue to work with pearls and start working with pearls. Look at this cicada. I think that's a cicada. So the trend for June in the Great Bead Extravaganza is pearls. And so if you'd like to work with pearls, grab some new old stock vintage freshwater pearls in our online store. And when you make things with those, you can put them in the Trendsetter album. There is a specific photo in the album that you can make comments on and show off your designs.
Yeah, make sure to tag us if you use pearls from us.
Yeah, always tag us when you use things from us.
Because then we'll share your stuff.
Facebook user says June is the pearl birthstone too. See that? I didn't even think about that.
We did.
See?
But also weddings are a big thing right now. Like wedding jewelry. If you look for if you look for trends in the jewelry world for summer, weddings is one of the #1 top 10 things that comes up. So pearls are perfect for that.
I think this is Sandra out here. I missed the pearls. Yes, Susan said we
That's
still have
Sandra.
pearls in the online store. We have lots of them, and we're going to be adding more as the month goes on. We have more pearls, old stock vintage pearls to add to the online store. But right now you can get beautiful ones. They're like greens and like almost blues and some grays and the peacock pearls and faceted pearls even. So if you're looking for those, grab them now.
Happy birthday, Teresa's daughter.
Where's that? I missed that. Oh, my daughter's birthday is today. Yeah, happy birthday.
Diane says that she doesn't really work with pearls, so this would be a good time to challenge myself. Well, it would be if I could find to make something.
Yeah,
anyway.
You've been busy. I saw your setup.
Yeah, you've been busy.
For your show, you make a lot of stuff.
I know. I was like, you want to join our sweatshop?
So here you have this bronze lightning bolt charm. The hole goes this way. So if you put it on a chain, it's easy to just put it on a chain and wear it like that. I love this. I think this is so cool. I can't believe we still have these.
Diane, I think that faceted pearl's calling your name. I think if you're not a pearl person, because some people think they think pearls are old lady jewelry, which I don't agree. But I think if you are not into traditional pearls, the faceted pearls are really cool because they have that kind of pearl look, but they're a little bit different. And we are working with old stock faceted pearls, so you're not going to find these easily other places.
No, get them while you can because they're selling quickly.
Also, if you watch the TV and you keep up with the young people, they are wild for the pearl.
Harry Styles has pearls all the time.
I know. I was like, dude, keep it going.
Keep it going.
Don't ever stop.
You want us to sell you some pearls, Harry?
You swashbuckler, dandy man, you.
Right.
He's like them old timey pirates, you know, the ones that like they gonna seduce Queen Elizabeth with their swagger. There's swagger portraits of them dripping with pearls.
Lightning bolt could be for David Bowie. You could.
Ooh, I got some red lightning bolts and check glass in there. Nice. I've been saving them for a project.
Diane says, I do make all the jewelry though because my mom doesn't like to do that. I will check out the faceted pearls. Yes, check them out. She says, my mom helps me. I wouldn't be able to do all the sewing by myself. Susan says, I'm an old lady, but not really traditional. Pearls work for me.
Well, one time, do you think I should tell this story, William?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, one time we went to this homo brunch. I don't know if I can call it that. I guess I can call it that because I'm homo. So, anyways, we went to I don't. This might have been before you, but there I went to this brunch and they asked me what I did, and I said I made pearl necklaces,
Oh my
and
goodness.
apparently that's code word for something else. And so then I thought everybody else was really enthusiastic about pearl necklaces. And they're like, I make them too. And then one was like, I will mostly wear them. I was like, how come you're not wearing one now? And then they're like, well, it's still early.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so I just thought they all meant jewelry, but
They did
apparently
not.
that means something different.
If you don't know what that means, you may or may not want to look that up on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, you can get surprised.
Bonnie says the young baseball players are sporting pearls now.
Yeah, I know that. What's that dude's name? I can't remember his name.
Um, Suzanne says, I know what you were talking about, Michelle. OMG, LOL.
Wow.
So this is a Ouija board thing, right? What do they call this? What's this piece actually called? Do you know?
That's the
Is that the planchette?
pointer.
The planchette?
Yeah, that's a fancy word.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a,
Susan said planchette. Diane, OMG, I just laughed so loud I scared the dogs. I bet you were super popular at that brunch.
I know. I was like, is this what it feels like to be popular, everybody?
Donna says, I know what that means, and I'm an old lady. Everyone calling themselves old ladies. You're not old ladies. What are you
Well,
talking
I'm
about?
pretty much the old lady now.
I know we are.
I'm an old bead lady.
Old bead lady.
It's all right. Yeah, that. So if you ever want to get popular, just start talking about jewelry. It's
Check
like for
this
once in
out.
my life.
Check this out.
That's cool.
It looks like those
Corona.
coronas in art.
But like not coronavirus.
No.
Like Halo.
Crown. Spanish.
But did you know about Moses and how why he all his statues have horns? I guess there's a mistranslation in the word for corona, like halo, is close to the word horn. And so somebody was reading it and they thought that meant that he had horns. So all these statues have him have horns. Moses. I'm not making this up. You can go on the
I'm trying to think what horn is in Spanish.
it's
Or maybe it was Latin.
like a cornucopia, you know? Like unicorn.
Mm-hmm. There's this little dragonfly in bronze. I like that.
Susan, don't tell him what you're learning on the internet.
So saying, my hubs and cat were wondering what I was laughing about. Sometimes the bead talk gets beady.
Oh, y'all, that's not even anything. Wait until you have. We used to have a pitcher of sangria at the shop. We had to get rid of that because the people get quite old. I was like,
That sangria was getting good though, because
it
we
was
just kind of refill
delicious.
it, and it would just keep refreshing it.
Yeah, but the people they would drink it and they would get so sassy.
Yeah, they would.
Like if y'all think I was sassy, they would like try to outdo my sass, and I would learn things I should not know. I was like, oh my word, where's my pearl necklace? Oh my word,
This little tree in bronze. Look how cute that is. Only one of those, I think, available.
that's a goodie.
That's a goodie.
That's like that show One Tree Hill that I never
I was
watched.
gonna say I don't think I ever watched that.
I don't think that came out when I was like it came out at the wrong time.
Yeah, I wasn't watching TV when that came out. Look at these. Look at all these.
Yeah, there's like at least 5 years of TV. I was like, I never even knew about this.
And then in New York, I didn't have a TV. We just watched Hulu. So if it wasn't on Hulu for like the years that I lived in New York, I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at that key. That's when Hulu was big. Like, I know it still is, but that was like big time streaming then.
Well, didn't have commercials all the time.
No. They only had the one guy's voice. I still remember his voice. Brought to you by.
Oh yeah. I remember when that came out. We binge watched Stargate SG-1.
Yep.
I don't even know. Like I don't even know if we actually watched them. They're just constantly going.
And then
Susan says she misses our poop talk.
I don't think she says she misses it. That wasn't quite what she said.
I think that means she misses it.
Look at this.
Well, I
pendant.
had to speak in front of a couple hundred people, so I had to work it in somehow. And I did it for Sarah because she loves poop talk. So I wanted to pay homage to Sarah. So I worked it into. I said just one thing, but it was for you, Sarah.
If you're watching. Susan says not exactly. Missing the poop talk.
Well, y'all like to have fun.
This is in the wrong package.
My goal will be to make enough so that we get a toilet here before Cynthia comes. So I need to make $3,000 before
in
July.
the next like 2 weeks. Extra. On top of, you better get working.
I know. I was like, what can I do to make poop hole money?
Now here is, I love this one.
Because I told Azalea
this
about
is a
the
bird
outhouse,
with the moon phases in it.
and she made a face.
She's not going to be using it. Where you act like they're staying here.
I know, but it's me and Cynthia will be here all day crafting our brains out. You forget we're crafters, William.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to hold you to it.
Well, you don't have to be involved then. You can go somewhere else. You can just enjoy your indoor plumbing somewhere else.
We have an order from the online store coming in. Thank you so much, whoever that was.
They're like, please, one day he'll get it, and then he'll stop talking about it.
I know. Can you imagine? I will be so happy the day we have a toilet here, so we don't have to talk the poop talk anymore.
I don't know. One time we went to this party, this art opening for a jewelry party. And this woman, she came up, and I guess she didn't know what she was walking into.
Who would?
And
who normally is going to talk about that at a jewelry party?
Well, she asked what we were doing, and I was telling her about it. And so then we were talking about burning poop. And so she did a signal to her friend to save her.
I would have too.
And I was like, did you just send a signal to somebody else to save you? And then she just kind of walked away. But you know what? She came up and said hi to me the next time. So must be she liked it. She thought about it and was like, oh, that was memorable.
She remembered you next time.
Yeah, they did. But you can always tell when somebody prefaces the conversation with, I can't talk long. And then ...
That's what I say to everyone.
I'm running an errand, so ...
The star is nice, right, Teresa? I really like that star a lot. A lot. Here's a moon phase in this beautiful round shape.
William's trying desperately to show you these things.
I am trying to show you these and talk about them, and I've been through like 3 and haven't said a word because Andrew's talking about poop again.
Well, it's a popular conversation.
Maybe for you.
Do you see how people are delighting in it? They are just so excited by it.
So many people are talking about it here in the
comments.
Susan
missed it so much, and she begged for it.
She also said not exactly.
I know, it's hard to put it into words, right? How much you missed
Diane says, I'm sure Andrew will find something else to talk about once you have a toilet. Don't be so sure. He'll probably reminisce about the times when we didn't have...
Remember that one time?
When we didn't have...
a toilet for a year? They're going to be like, what did you do? Not diapers.
Not diapers. How about these arrows in bronze? These are all in bronze. Beautiful arrows. I like those. There's only 2 of those left.
You know what that means, right?
What's that mean, Andrew?
Friendship.
Friendship arrows?
I don't know what. I think that came from like somebody's summer camp.
I don't know.
But crossed arrows. I mean, remember I had to make crossed arrows for them ladies?
No.
There's this. They had this special thing. I guess their friend was moving to North Carolina, and so they had a class, and they wanted these special charms made of crossed arrows to symbolize friendship. And
Was that the Hollow Tree Players?
No, it was something else. They lived in Jennerstown. And then they were talking, this one girl was talking about how, like, once, and then the dragonfly, it wasn't a larva anymore, and it couldn't go back with its other larva, so it had to fly away. I was like, she's not dying, she's just moving. Y'all don't got the FaceTime?
Do you see this? Lots of places to, as Andrew would say, dingle-dangle things from.
Correct. Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum flower.
You remember that movie?
In bronze.
That one that came out after Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Suzanne, you have an arrow tattoo? I didn't know that. I don't think so.
Did you ever use a paint bucket for pooping? No way. I don't like it having to deal with it afterwards.
Andrew will not even take out the cat litter, everyone. So any contact or any close contact would be too much.
Yeah, somebody was like, well, if it's William's poop, it should be fine. I said, hell no. No hesitation. Before we even left their mouth, I was like, nope, nope, nope.
Look at this deathhead hawkmoth, everyone.
I said, if something happens to him, we're going to have to make a system with like a hose or something because I don't feel comfortable with that.
Bonnie said they would use it when camping.
That's nice.
He says that's very rustic.
Well, you know,
Andrew does not have the stomach for that.
One time in 1989, the power went out, and we had all of our cousins staying, and I guess the thought of sharing the communal toilet was horrifying to my mom because it was like filling up quickly because there was no way to flush the toilet because we had well water.
A pump was out.
And so we had to, so she took me to this in the backyard where we had to dig a hole and poop in the hole in the only time it froze in Florida and snowed. And at the time I was young and I was like, I don't want to poop in the hole. And so she says, you either poop there or you poop on top of the other people's poop. So there you go.
So you pooped in the hall.
Of course. And I think that's where it began. The poop aversion.
Uh-huh. So this is in the online store. We only have 2 of those available. Bronze leaves. Michelle says, Andrew, you will be talking about poop when you're 70.
Yeah, because I'll be like, you know, hopefully we make enough money now while we're young so that when we're like in the elder care, we can have somebody come and change our diapers and not have to change each other's
Diane
diapers.
says, I'm with you. That's a nope. I'd figure it out if Chris got sick, but I wouldn't be happy. The dogs, on the other hand, don't bother me for some reason.
No, thanks.
Donna says, oh, Lord, I still remember camping with no facilities. Not fun.
Correct.
I can't even imagine.
One of our friends had a dog, and it was like the huge horse-like dog, and it made a poop. And I was like, is that a human poop? Because that doesn't look like an animal poop. And I was like, and I'm horrified.
So you've had a lot of poop stories in your life, it sounds like.
Who doesn't? Everybody that goes, if they're lucky, once a day.
Yeah, but we don't all have these kind of stories about digging a hole
in the backyard.
Pooping in the backyard.
Well, that kind of thing leaves a mark.
Look at these pine trees.
One time I thought it was opening a magical door to another reality, so I stuck a a nail into an electrical socket. And so I got knocked out and started turning blue. And my mom thought that I was dead. So she started digging a hole in the backyard.
Oh my word.
Um, and then luckily Cynthia says, "Hey, he's still breathing." And so they didn't actually bury me.
Oh my word.
But I kind of remember it too. But I don't know if I remember it because they told me about it. But I kind of remember looking down on myself from getting shocked.
Look at this moth, everybody. William, give up, says Michelle. I know I'm just going to let Andrew talk, and you can all be amused by his stories. Why show you anything?
Well, if you can show them in the background, because that will make it good so that people will buy stuff, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because I'm not going to make it as a comedian. So then, you know.
Bonnie loves the moth. There's only one of those available, I think. Look at these keys and more keys. I love all these keys.
I love artwork of moth. But I don't like that they eat my clothes.
They do eat the clothes. We may have a few of those moths.
They're symbols of transition and messengers of the spirit world.
Yeah. I like moths.
I do too. I think they're beautiful, but if they're in my clothes,
Nighttime butterflies.
then all bets are off.
Okay. Did they not have CPR and 911 where you grew up? Oh, he died. We'll just dig a hole.
My mom, she is from the islands, so I think she just like went into like panic mode. But you know what? In the Philippines, they don't bury the bodies for a long time. So I was like, boy, she was really eager to get rid of the evidence.
She's like, no, we didn't have another kid. What are you talking about?
And who is it? There was this child that was there, but then not there.
I love this bumblebee. This has silver and bronze. So you get those bronze little yellow stripes with the silver bumblebee. And I think that's $21 only, which seems like a really good price.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
I can't imagine doing that
To do
work.
the applique and have it be that precise every time. So to do that, you have to do a sweat soldering technique. And so it's not easy to do that.
Yeah, attaching the wings and attaching the bronze.
I think that the wings was still attached already.
Oh, maybe they are.
But the stripes were
But
added.
the wings are higher than the body. I wonder what they do.
That's a solid piece.
Then they cut out the body. Because look, they're different levels.
Oh, maybe.
But the wings are solid. So
maybe they must soldered it on top.
Or they cut down the body.
Probably they used a thin sheet and then built it up with the wings in that.
That's a lot of work for $21.
I know. I couldn't do it.
If Andrew made that, it would not be $21.
I know.
It probably wouldn't even be for sale.
No. A lot of my stuff's NFS now.
NFS.
One's like, yeah, mortgage pay, dude.
I know.
I was like, oh, well, I'm an artiste.
Uh-huh. Look at these. Get it the right way. Silver, and I think this is wood. Wood feather.
Like ebony.
Mm-hmm. With a silver little cap.
Those are hand carved, by the way.
Hand carved wood feathers.
Indonesia.
So those are nice. I like those a lot. Those would be great for guys. Put it on a chain. Done.
Silver or chain. Girls, or whatever you want.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people are like, what's good for guys?
For Father's Day?
Mm-hmm. It's coming up. It's coming up next week, next Sunday.
Anybody having any exciting plans for that?
Father's Day plans?
I wonder what the cats are going to get us.
I know. I'm waiting to see.
Puke, probably.
Look at the bunnies.
Maybe Gilbert
The
would get
adult
me.
bunny and the baby bunny.
That's charming. So you don't like my poop stories, but it gets real quiet.
Well, I said the one time I take a drink, Andrew stops talking about his poop stories.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
I take a drink and he decides to clam up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be entertaining the people, Andrew.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying to shake that tree so Zed can get a school book. I was like, can you pick the classes that have like PE or something that doesn't have like a big textbook? She's like, I'm not gonna go to school for PE.
Who likes poodles? We got some poodle beads, poodle charms.
That's charming.
And sterling.
I don't have any poodle
I
jokes.
think these are around 11:30, 11, something like that. If what I wrote is still correct.
To the lake for Bonnie's going to the lake for Father's Day with her husband and his 11 siblings and family. Holy guacamole! 11 siblings.
And their families.
That's a lot of people.
Here's another cute little dog.
Do you all stay together? That's like a whole village of people. That's like all the Ligonier up in there. That's like if my mom had her family reunion. That's basically the whole town.
Suzanne said, our cat's got Ray some socks. Nice.
That's cute.
That is cute. Anybody getting tired of the charms yet? Want me to keep going or are you done?
And then what? And then what are you gonna show them?
And then we'll be over.
No. I haven't met the comedic climax.
Little cat or a fox? I'm not sure.
That's a cat. With a bushy tail. Look at it. It's a keep going, don't stop.
Keep going, keep going. Cat. Remember, everybody, over $100 in our online store in the US gets free shipping. And if you are in the US, you can also break down your payments over, I think it's over $50.
Michelle says that her husband is union, so he works non-stop. Doesn't he do the movies? Don't y'all make the movies in California? Bonnie says it's a crap load of people and we have our own cabins. Well, that's good. I think that, like, I like in theory the idea when we were kids, we used to get together with our extended family a lot. Like, we used to have like family reunions. And nowadays, I don't know. I don't want to say I dread it, but it's a lot of people. And then a lot of them, I don't know if they would like me now.
He does teleprompting, she says.
They're like, he married the man. Oh. Let me get a chair so I can be more comfortable to have story time.
Into our feed. Are we back? Hopefully we're back. Our feed cut out there for a little bit.
They're probably doing the censorship.
They're like, whoa, we don't know about this feed.
It's back now. Bonnie says, I bring my beads and go hide when I have to.
Sounds like a good plan.
The last time, not this last time that we went, but the time before that, we went for Christmas with my parents, and Cynthia and Sheila and Dwayne and everybody was there. And we were staying on the couch because supposedly we weren't married at the time. So we had to stay on the couch. And so that meant that we could only go to bed when everybody else went to bed, which was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. And my mom was still working at the time, and she had to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. to go to her job because she was a bus monitor. And so they had coffee, and it was decaf coffee, and we didn't find out until the very end. So it was like I was perpetually had this perpetual headache, and was sleep deprived, and I thought I was going crazy. But this last time we got a room that we could close the door, and that was nice.
Cynthia says, good times.
That was not. I was like, I don't know about this. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. How come we didn't go stay in the house with like 6 bedrooms? I don't know, but you know, that's life. Look at that flower.
I know, I like that one.
What is that?
I don't know. Don't know.
I guess it looks
I
like
think it's
that
$18.
rose.
I think it's $18.
Kind of looks like a rose. There's these roses that are growing out in front of by the cottage. They're called Carolina roses. They kind of look like that. It kind of looks kind of like a poppy, but the petals are different. Probably a stylized lotus. So have fun finding that on the website.
Yeah, I don't know what we called that one. Maybe flower.
Flower pendant.
Hopefully.
Flower charm.
I'm sure the vendor probably gave us what it was, so we would have used that. I love this bee. This is one of my favorite bee designs, with his little legs hanging down.
Cynthia and I were talking about going to Florida to help my parents sell their house. We're going to become realtors. It'll be interesting, especially since I'm in Florida maybe once every 10 years.
You just need to get a realtor.
That's what I said.
Just push him to get a realtor.
I can't push nothing.
Look at his little lucky cat. Oh, do we have any more than one of these?
Bonnie says, looks like a real bee.
I know, right?
Teresa
Look at
says,
this little
the
lucky cat.
oldest daughter is going whale watching. I need a whale charm. I think you had a whale charm.
Check the online store, type whale.
Look at that.
That's a little lucky cat. We have one of those. I don't know if we have any more than one of those.
I'm surprised I didn't keep it.
I know.
When we first opened the store, Candace Wakamoto gave me a lucky cat. And then after that, I just kept getting more and more lucky cats.
This is silver with 2 little bronze stars.
An eye of protection. Or all seeing eye, depending on what you're into. So if you're like, I want to know everything all the time, then that's for that. Or I'm going to bounce back that bad juju, then that's for that. I think I'm boring William with my stories. Or he's mad that I hijacked his live.
No. Why?
Probably itchy.
I am itchy. I broke out in hives yesterday, bad. And all night and all day today.
I saw him rubbing himself in the car, and I was like, what you doing?
Scratching my back.
And
I have hives all down my back. Aren't these cute?
Cynthia can form a club.
I don't like that club.
Itchy, scratchy club.
Mushrooms with a bronze star and moon.
I like mushrooms.
Hives are no fun. No fun at all.
Yeah, I love this book. It's called Kingdom of the Fungi, and it's a beautiful book. The guy, he is from Mount Dora, believe it or not, in Florida. And he travels the world, and he takes these beautiful pictures of mushrooms. And he even found some mushrooms that sing in India. Whoa.
That's cool.
Whoa. What's this one? Chihuahua?
Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Anybody got chihuahuas?
I don't.
I used to.
Our acquaintance Amy has Chihuahua.
I used to have a Chihuahua Terrier mix.
Yeah, I love the mushroom one too, Bonnie. She said that she loved the mushroom one.
Mm-hmm.
I love mushrooms. We used to be in the mushroom club and we would walk all over the woods and find mushrooms. Mostly just take pictures.
Check out this eye with this giant bronze moon attached.
And that's cool.
Diane says, my neighbor has a Chihuahua. I think it hates everyone but her. Chihuahuas are very much one-person dogs. I've learned that.
The one, she had to make a sweater for it because it would shiver. And when it would shiver, its whole body would shiver. Like I was like, is it having a fit?
Our Chihuahua only liked my dad. It actually attacked us all sometimes. My mom used to sit at the bottom of the bed, and my mom was climbing into bed. She worked the night shift. So the dog and my dad were already in bed, and my mom went to put her hand down in the bed, and Trixie, our Chihuahua, bit through my mom's fingernail as she was just trying to get into bed after a long night of working.
Forget that. It's like it's time to get rid of Trixie. Maybe go live outside Trixie in the woods, since you don't know how to treat your mama right.
Owl in the tree. That's cute. That's like the wooden pendant that we showed you the other day that Cynthia designed.
What is it?
The Cynthia designed wooden pendant that we put in the online store.
Oh, you showed it?
Mm-hmm. It's in the online store the other day.
I don't think I saw that one.
I don't know when that was. Were you at your class maybe? I don't remember.
No, because that's the one we did an interview with Brian Yates.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. Why weren't you there?
Probably meeting.
Maybe.
All these meetings.
Dragon.
Baby
I know
dragon?
y'all like the dragons.
Who's ready for that House of the Dragons? You know, George R.R. Martin? Or were you like so burned by the end of Game of Thrones that you're like, nope?
It was kind of a letdown.
I
was let down, period.
I don't.
Andrew tries to justify it. I was let down.
I think it could
They
have been
made
better.
her crazy.
Well,
I did not like what they did to her character.
Yeah, well,
She was too strong for that business.
yeah, I know. That's what happens when you fall in love with your nephew. You get a little bit wackadoodle.
I was disappointed in Game of Thrones, says Cynthia. Talk about sloppy, right?
Well, they had a shorter season for some reason. I was like, why we gotta rush through all these story arcs when y'all could have done it in like they had this great big battle in like half an episode, and I was like, is it me or could we have like made it just a little bit longer?
So much was not tied together or used, period.
But like they made this big deal about Jon Snow being the king, and then if y'all didn't watch this, avert your eardrum holes. Well, actually, we'll stop talking about it, and then you can continue enjoying my poop stories. No, but anyways, I'm excited for House of the Dragon. Maybe they'll redeem it. They got different people doing it, so maybe. But I'll have to be honest. I didn't finish that book.
Did he finish that book?
No, because it's a prequel.
I know, but did he finish his Game of Thrones books?
Nah. He's trying to wait until people forgot. No, it's been rewriting that book, but no, he wrote a book called, I think it's House of the Dragon or House of Blood and Fire or Fire and Blood or whatever that thing is with their house. And so I got about like a quarter of the way through and I was like, I don't know about this. Sorry, George.
I love this multi-layered piece in silver and bronze. Susan says, isn't Game of Thrones gory?
Can be.
I don't remember it being crazy
Yeah,
gory.
yeah, it
The one
is.
wedding was gory. Some of it's
Yeah,
gory.
it's gory every episode.
I don't remember that
There's
about it.
lots of sex and violence. So if that's not for you, then that's not. But they have cool costumes.
Cat cutout.
Cynthia said that's a good one for Asheville. Which one
The
was
sun and mountains.
it? Hmm. What's this one?
Say cat cutout.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I like the cat cutout. It's not that expensive. I think it's $11.
Yeah, Robin says, yep, lots of sexy time. Hug them pearls. Yeah, some of those scenes I was like, I don't need to watch this. I actually turned it off a couple of times.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't like certain kind of things, and they love to show it. So I did not like that.
Talk about watching with your family.
I
Some of
know.
those. Look at the dog cutout. We got a cat cutout and a dog cutout. Woof woof.
What's
Woof
the
woof.
one that Sheila was watching privately in the other room when we were there last?
I don't remember.
It's a show with somebody who's good looking. And Steve was like, "Oh,
I don't know if I know what she was watching.
yes," and that's not She says she don't like the gory. That's not for you then. Yeah, there's also this one episode that is like shot from of Jon Snow's point of view from being in a battle, and it was like almost like you're in the battle, and I was like, I could have lived my whole life without that.
Like the mushroom and the fern. Since as I like the mushrooms, me too. This is only one of these left.
With the fiddlehead fern in the background.
Just one of these, I think, left. Get it while the getting's good. Hopefully, it's still in the online store. Hopefully, we don't have any miscounts, and that's why we only have one left. Sometimes that happens.
We're human. I should say we. It's not me. I only do it.
Andrew says, not my fault. What else do I have
But you
to
know
show
what?
y'all?
Which story that was by George R. Martin that's really charming? There's a story called Egg and Dunk, and those are so charming. He didn't finish those either. He needs to land the plane because I need.
He's like me. He starts a project and doesn't finish it.
Well, sometimes your inspiration goes somewhere different, and that's fine. But
I think these are gold plated.
yeah, they are.
Oh, these are gold plated,
They're
not bronze. Extra. Look at that. That velvet gold.
Cynthia says she liked it because she likes the costumes. Me too. And I like some of the actors in that show too. And then plus dragons and magic, so of course.
Yeah. Gold little seahorse. That's charming.
Hello, Al. Charming for the charm bracelet.
Right.
One time my mom had a dried seahorse and she told us kids that we couldn't touch it because we would get pink eye instantly. I think
Your mama told you stories.
Well, she probably was right. It's like a desiccated creature. You probably would get the pink eye if you touch your eye after that. But also, it was probably so that we didn't mess around with it and smash the seahorse. So,
bye, Michelle. Thank you for tuning in.
What's
Michelle
that one that we had? Or you just showed
the arrows. Gold-plated wings.
And then what? Do you have any fun gold-plated wing stories?
I'm surprised you don't.
Well, this one time, no,
Picture it.
picture it, New York City, early 2000s.
Cindy said, I did get pink eye from a dried up seahorse. Turns out you should not take them into the bath.
See, that's where the story came from. Otherwise, you can get the conjunctivitis.
Oh my. You
Well,
had quite the childhood, you two.
yeah. Some people they tell us their childhood, and then we're like, and then what happened?
They're like, that's all.
You didn't have mysterious creatures in the house. You didn't live in a haunted house. Yes, apparently don't bathe with the dried animals.
Diane says, good to know. Who likes moss? You like moss out there?
I'm listening to a book. It's uh, I think it's Leonie or Lonnie Taylor. It's called The Muse of Nightmares, and there's moths in that.
Moss.
And they shoot out her mouth hole.
Suzanne says, we rented a haunted house.
Oh yeah, well we lived in one as a child.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes the statues would start crying. I think it's either that it was haunted or we were just all sad. And then I think places can take up the emotional resonance. Have you ever been walked into a place and it just felt like a certain way? Like if you've gone into somebody's house and there's like a loving home and it has like a loving vibe and you're like, wow, I feel like instantly at home and I feel at peace and I feel really good. And then you've gone to somebody else's place and it was like a nightmare time. Like I think we're all just so sad that it's soaked into the walls.
Susan asks, how are Lonnie's Taylor books?
I like them. The first one I read, it was a little bit challenging because she was making the dude's butt itch.
I don't know about that.
It was pretty funny though, so you had to be there.
Here's a whale. No, turtle. Sorry. I always think that's a whale. It's a turtle. With the mountain and stars and moon on its back. Copper and silver, or bronze and silver.
Yeah, Diane says, I feel like this is a charm version of 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon Gang. You take a charm, and Andrew has to try to find a way to connect to childhood stories. So I bet I could do it. Challenge accepted.
You pretty much have the whole time. What are you talking about?
Well, there was a box turtle in Mrs. Green's yard, and it was a gopher turtle, and they're endangered, and
Talk
they
about
had to
Mrs.
move
Green.
it.
That reminds me of that commercial, like, no one knows who you're talking about.
That was our neighborhood in the childhood home.
Look at his honeycomb in silver.
Well, what are we going to do? Just talk about charms?
Well, talk about your honeycomb story then.
All right. So I had coveted the taste of a honeycomb ever since a child. And as an adult, I finally went to the Union Square Farmers Market and they had honeycomb. And I was going to put that in my mouth and it was going to change my life. And so I took a great big bite of it. And in my mind, I was like, what the heck did I just do? And so I was with somebody. And so I didn't want to spit it out. And it was basically like getting a bite full of a candle. And a candle that was honey flavored candle. And I had a mouthful of wax and I couldn't swallow it. And so, yeah.
So here's a moth in silver with a bronze moon. I forgot we had this charm. I forgot all about this one. I like this one a lot. Is that even in the online store? Hopefully. I have to go through and make sure these are.
The itchy butthole is from that, Cynthia. Daughters of Smoke and Bone.
So he has nothing about a moth and a moon. Talking about itchy buttholes again.
Well, I didn't make that story up. The moth and the moon.
Cynthia
Let me think
likes the
about
moth
this.
and the moon.
One time I was driving from Pennsylvania to North Carolina, and I pulled over at this really busted up gas station, and I thought somebody was going to come out of the woods and murder me because it looked like that, like from a horror movie. And then something flew by my head, and I thought somebody was trying to kill me. And then I looked, and it was this ginormous moth that was pink and yellow and was like the size of my hand.
So here we have a horse, just like the turtle. We have a horse with the mountains and the moon and the stars. Moon and one star in bronze, and the mountains and the horse itself in silver.
Susan's talking about Stranger the Dreamer. That's the series that I'm listening to right now. It's pretty good. I like it. There's moths in it.
Cynthia saw a huge moth flapping out the window last night. So big, thought it was a bat. That's crazy.
We get those sometimes.
Yeah. We're not in the middle of the woods, though. We're in the woods.
Our cats do go crazy for it. One night I opened the door and Gilbert, his little paw jumped out and snatched a moth, and then he pulled it in, and then Barnaby, of course, was jealous that he got something that he didn't have. So he's following him around and grunting and growling at him to let him see. So there you go. You wanted a moth story? There you go, Willie MJ.
Well, I just expected you to come up with a story for every one of these, like you said you would.
Oh, well, what's a cross story?
Here's a skull.
And does that one have that S word eyes? They do.
With the European crystal eyes.
Bling bling.
Bling bling. $28, I think, for those.
Emily says bugs always they turn on the what is it? Bugs always censor my light on, and it's a big bug fest for my cat on the window screen.
Cindy says, I love that skull. Azalea would like it. I bet.
Yeah, I'm trying to I want to make, maybe when you come up next, we'll do a big sale so that Azalea we'll make some extra money so Azalea can have some school money.
Pegasus.
I hope people liked your online sale.
I know. If you didn't catch it, we said earlier in the video, everybody who's watching, that if you missed Cynthia and Azalea's online live sale, make sure you go back and rewatch. They did it on Saturday. You can watch it in the live section of the Facebook, their Facebook page for Green Girl Studios, I think, right?
Yeah, if anybody wants to buy me one of her paintings, you can buy me one of her
I know,
paintings.
I love the paintings at the end.
I know. I love those button
I was
bundles,
driving,
too.
so I couldn't see everything, but I saw those at the end. Look at this silver honeycomb with the bronze bee on there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like that.
Diane says, my dad was a mechanic for the state police. He and his friends built our house and also garage the size of the house beside it so he could work on cars at home too. His garage had one of those big sodium arc lights on the outside, and there were always these huge moths that would hang out on the side of the garage because they were attracted to the lights.
That's cool.
That's neat. That's like here. We have these lights, the ones that Chris installed, and sometimes we get tons of moths.
Tori said, Cynthia and Azalea did a great job. They did.
What is that creature? Is that a stink bug?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I liked those button bundles. Those look particularly charming.
This bear in the woods. We're seeing a lot of bear out lately.
And the cubs, they're so cute.
I know.
I want to hug them, but that's probably not a good idea. But if we become friends with it, it'll be okay, right?
Become friends with the bear.
Yeah, I will become like a bear rider.
Here's a moose in the woods with a bronze moon or sun, whichever.
I'll be like Lyra on that show, on that book. Remember that show?
What show?
His Dark Materials.
I don't remember. Anything.
Based on the Philip Pullman books. She rides on the polar bear that talks.
Oh yes. Did that end?
I think so.
I don't remember the ending. Here's a cuddly cat in silver. Some people weren't able to comment on the Green Girl video for some reason. You know, Facebook does weird things sometimes. But you didn't really need to comment too much. You could just see the beautiful things. See the beautiful things. I know there are people that watch us that don't comment. Hopefully they're looking at the beautiful things.
Not just listening to my inane stories. The looks that William gives me, though, it makes me not want to tell stories.
What do you mean? I'm not giving you that many looks.
Mm-hmm.
He sees looks sometimes when they're not there, too.
Diane said there was also toads outside the garage a lot because of the bugs attracted the toads, and they used to feed them. That was like at the apartment. There used to be that light outside, and there was always toads.
Yeah, there were.
And you had to shuffle your feet so you didn't accidentally step on them.
This whole series I love of these pendants I'm showing you now.
Oh, the Memento Mori ones?
Well, they're that, and they're just like little animals in actual scenes, and like I love this one. Like these are the ones I really love. I think that one is $38. That's heavy.
One. Susan says, had to break away. There's a squirrel on the dining room window ledge, and the cats are interested. I had to make certain it's alive. There was a squirrel in the backyard here at the cottage, and I was watching it. It was eating the mushroom, and I don't know if it was trying to get high, because I don't know what mushroom it is.
Speaking of eating mushrooms, I think this mouse is trying to eat these little mushrooms. How charming is that?
The high mouse.
It's going to get high. Yeah, some of the things on the video you would email Azalea to purchase. Many of them were already on their Etsy and their Shopify store.
What are you talking about?
They're commenting about we had to email Azalea to purchase, so you didn't really have to comment.
You have to show that comment because that doesn't come up everywhere.
And then, well, none of them come up everywhere. And then can you share the email address for GGS? If Cynthia's out there, if you want to put I can't type it here.
I don't remember it.
Azalea something at iCloud.com, but I'm not sure what email address they were using. I think it was in the description of the video, though. It was the pinned comment in that video. So if you go to the video and look at the pinned comment, you should see the email address there. Look at this little angel puppy heart. Cynthia says Azalea and Greg are working on getting invoices to everybody that already sent in information.
Plug that email address, Cynthia.
I know. I don't remember what Azalea's is off the top of my head.
And I don't remember anything like that anymore. Somebody was like, "What's
think it's
William's
Azalea.
phone number?" I said, "I don't know."
It's azalea.ogden@icloud.com, but I might be wrong.
Like if I had a gun held to my head and they said, "Name William's phone number or get shot," I would be
You'd be dead.
I don't remember numbers.
Look at this. Cactus. Sun. That bronzy sun back there.
We got this for the Tucson GBE.
Still have some.
Yeah, sometimes we get stuff and I'm surprised that we still have it at the end.
Use the contact form off the website. I'm not sure who that goes to.
I don't know either.
I'm sure it goes to somebody.
They said to send it directly to Azalea though this time.
I know. They may or may not get. I don't know. But it should still be. I think it should still be pinned. Helen, if you go back to the video now, it should be pinned. And Cynthia can feel free to drop Azalea's email here in the comments too. But you can also message them on Facebook directly too through the Green Girl Studios page.
Did she say to do that? I don't know if they always see those. Oh wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. That reminds me of the Pacific Northwest.
I've never been there.
Oh wow.
I've never been there.
Well. Oh wow.
I think we showed the bear in the woods.
I even saw your best friend there.
I know. Not me. There's the moose. So showed that one already. Ooh, this is a nice one.
What is it?
Crow in the skull with the moon and the stars.
I like that flavor.
This is heavy too. These are heavy.
Those are sterling too.
Yeah, and they're $39 for that.
Those ones are solid sterling.
Beautiful.
You know, we busted a thing of green seed beads, and I thought we picked them all up, but I keep seeing them again and again.
They come back. Seed beads always come back to haunt you like that.
One time I stepped on a seed bead, and it shattered, and it went in my foot, and then I had to get the tweezers out to pull it
Diane
out.
said that last one has an Edgar Allan Poe feel. It does. I agree. And we got the snake. The snake with the flowers.
That's like the cover of every young adult book that came out last year. I'm not playing. Even books that don't have snakes, and I was like, "How this has a snake on it?"
Everybody judges a book by the cover. That's why.
Well, apparently, Snakes and Flowers. You can sell it to them YA people.
They don't need to know what the book's about. Just look at the cover.
I know, like, did they read the book? Cause
And that skull and the flowers. That's some kind of.
it's Memento Mori style.
It's got that large teeth. Kind of dog or wolf skull.
That looks like a cat skull.
Maybe a cat. It's got those those big teeth.
Kylo had big canines.
Yeah, he did.
And
Seed beads are like the glitter of the bead world. They can be, right?
I know, they keep going everywhere. We have these hanks. I'm going to do these boxes, seed bead boxes, if y'all want. Remove them from my life cycle.
Here's a cute little catfish.
That's cute.
Cat mermaid.
Permaid.
Permaid.
What's another cute one? Cynthia has one called the Aqua Cat.
I like their catfish too.
It's charming.
Mm-hmm.
That would look cute with pearls. Wouldn't it?
It would. So with this magic vessel.
What is it? Oh, look at this with this. Hold on one moment. Hold on. Holy smokes, y'all. Put that together in your mind. Are you feeling your best witchy self? Or is it you're watching, it's like you're watching Practical Magic right now. Living your best Alice Hoffman life.
Look at that. How cute is that?
You will be instantly have powers. Though what were their powers? I can't remember. I think light a candle.
They can light a candle.
Have trouble with men folk as their powers. Hey, I read the conclusion of that. I like that.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. She made that the dude for what's her name?
Diane likes the color of those pearls too, she said.
Correct.
I know. Those are the ones that Andrew used in his bracelet. Did you see this? The bracelet project that he did the other day for his tutorial.
What am I gonna do tomorrow, y'all?
What do you want to see Andrew make tomorrow for his tutorial?
Something fun. No dry toast.
No dry toast. How about this? Look at this. This is nice.
That's beautiful. Hey, let me show you something that would go well with that.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put this in your mind. Put this in your pipe and smoke it, y'all. Ho, 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 ho. Big Daddy.
What do you got?
Just admire this combination station for a second. How that would look.
These Big Daddy faceted pearls.
Yes, indeed. They're like a grape. A nice, juicy grape that I'm going to bust with my teeth.
Are those in the online store?
That's in my house.
Yeah, see? He's teasing you, everyone.
But there are other nice pearls in that thing.
There are nice ones in the online store.
But not Big Daddy pearl with that, maybe. If you're nice, well, you can have one.
One. Maybe we'll get one to add in the online store.
Right here, this will look good too. We got these creamy pearls.
Or we put those with this. And get it out of the bag.
Tell me a story, y'all. Tell me a story. That's got like a wheat thing. Y'all like the wheat things? Here, maybe some of this. I don't know if this will work or not. That's a different. No. Well, I like it, but that's not mixed metal.
I like them with the pearls. Done. Lots of pearls in the online store, everybody. If you have not seen, go to allegorygallery.com and check out the pearl collection. We have lots of beautiful vintage, old stock, freshwater pearls.
Ooh, what about these? Would that work with that? No, I think that needs a smaller one.
Diane says, I don't know, but I would like to know how to wire wrap briolets because mine always look not so nice.
What about this one without flavor? You like that flavor? Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Susan says, I'd like to see that as well. Mine are not so nice.
So we can do it right now.
You say that for your tutorial.
Ooh.
You asked them.
Ooh.
Got to make something to look forward to.
No poop stories?
You can tell all the poop stories you want tomorrow.
Susan will be happy.
Cindy says that wheat thing is cool. I like that one too.
Like a harvest.
I love this one too.
Oh, they little witch cat.
Witch cat with moon phases.
Who's working on?
I think there's only one of these. I think there's only one of these left.
That's like Barnaby.
Barn.
That does look like him with the long legs.
He got the long legs, that boy.
Long-legged cat.
He
And he's proud of it too.
He stretches those long
You're
legs.
like, who's the tallest cat? And he stretches his legs out, and he's like me.
He knows. He knows.
It's cute because he has the skinniest tail, like a little whip. And when he gets on alert, his tail will puff up slightly. And he gets kind of proud of his puffed up tail. And then Gilbert comes and he gets startled. And his tail is like a duster. It's like, whoosh. Ooh.
Acorns.
An oak.
Acorn and oak leaves.
That's a good for Father Day. You know, the baby with the mommy or the daddy. Strength, wisdom.
Oak.
Susan said not exactly again. I thought you liked my story, Susan. Here's this one. You know somebody who got broke up with? Here you go.
Lost the key to my heart.
Or they're protected. Hey, we watched the ending of the Great Pottery Throwdown last night.
Yeah, we did. We watched that too. All this TV we watched.
It wasn't that much.
A movie, an episode of Pottery Throwdown.
It makes it sound like we're like do nothing in our lives.
Look at these 3 acorns and leaves.
I made food.
Did you make food last night?
Diane says, "What is that?" It's like Great British Bake Off, but with pottery.
Yeah, it's good.
It's on the HBO.
It's good.
You don't remember the food I made yesterday?
What did you make yesterday?
That beef stroganoff
Oh, that was good.
bootleg.
That was good.
It was basically let's clear out the contents of our refrigerator and
Use
make
up all
food.
the leftovers. Look at these triple rabbits running around.
There's a name for that, but I can't
There
remember.
is. It's a Celtic thing, right?
It's like a triskel or something with the rabbit hairs.
I love it.
Well, maybe me and Azelle will go to the UK, and we'll post about it for you to watch, William.
Huh. We'll see. We'll see.
You start crying, everybody. Get left out. Oh, I'll go take her on my honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
Then be like,
Cynthia just said, what?
don't worry about it.
Uh-huh. Cynthia, they're leaving us behind.
Cynthia can come too.
Oh.
Somebody has to stay here and run the business, William.
Uh-huh.
Diane says we don't have HBO. Oh.
Yeah, get the HBO Go or HBO Plus or whatever they call it.
Can you watch that when you don't? HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah. Subscribe just to watch the pottery. There's 5 seasons of it.
Mm-hmm. They're good too. It
Binge it and then stop paying for it the next month.
Oh, look at that tree times.
Tree times.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be
there
fun,
is a glass
Cynthia?
blowing on Netflix.
Oh, blown away.
Blown away.
The guy, the one, he was in Pittsburgh not too long ago. Elliot. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What's on Netflix now? Stranger Things. We didn't watch it yet.
Little pause.
We haven't had time to watch it yet.
No, we have not. We have to be in the mood for that, though, too. What is this one? Oh.
What is it?
Little pliers.
Yeah, there you go. If your Father's Day, well, I don't know if I should be promoting Father's Day stuff because unless you can make stuff really fast, then you may not get it until after Father's Day.
Yeah, we're going to try and ship stuff out as quickly as we can this week, but I don't know.
If you put in your notes that you need it for Father's Day, we'll expedite it.
Andrew's offering up suggestions. We will try to expedite it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Our shipper is going to be leaving at the end of this week, though, so we're not going to have a full week of a shipper with us.
Oh. Well, the last day is like what? Tomorrow?
You have to buy these like now.
Tonight, so you can get it in time.
All right.
Either that or you take a picture of it and you're like, here you go, honey. This is what you're going to eventually get.
Right. What do I got here? I think I have one of each.
Yeah, I like Blown Away.
Marianne says, I watched the first episode of Stranger Things.
Did you like it?
Here's the water symbol.
There's a local coffee house and they had a big Stranger Things party, but we were out of town.
Did they? Who?
Millhouse.
Really?
They even have people dress up.
Here's fire.
And they have this little kid dress up. It was super dang cute.
Here's maybe.
I think the one I want to watch next
Earth.
is that new Ghostbusters.
Earth.
That's got that kid from Stranger Things in it.
And wind. So earth, wind, fire, and water. Separate little charms.
Or air.
Earth, air, fire, and water.
Mm-hmm. Don't you remember the craft?
No.
It's like, no.
I guess they are airbenders, though, right? Not windbenders. Earth, wind, fire. Isn't Earth, wind, fire? Isn't that a musical group?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, wind, and fire. All right, everybody. That is what we've got for you today. So let me flip this camera back around and say a quick goodbye. I'm getting a headache.
No wonder why you're acting like no energon.
I don't have Energon anymore. I'm getting a headache. My back's been hurting, and I think my hives in my back did not help that. So, hopefully you liked that. If you saw anything you liked, it's all available right there. AllegoryGallery.com. Go there. Get some charms. Get some pendants. Free shipping over $100 in the U.S. That includes Hawaii and Alaska. We don't cut you out. So you get free shipping there. And yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing with those pearls?
See that?
Barely. Oh, you're going the wrong way. There it is, flashing in front of my face. Pearls, everybody, are in the online store. If you did ask and request pearls from the sell-off, you should have gotten an invoice and a response by now. If you did not, most of them are gone. So I tried to check through the junk mail and all that. So I hope I got to everyone. We might do some kind of other sell-off like that if we can at some point. We'll see. We'll see.
We got all the beads behind us.
Yeah, we might do some sell-off on some check glass. Who knows? Who knows? But if you like pearls, that is the Trendsetter album of June for the Great Bead Extravaganza.
We're going to do something different next month.
Some next month, different.
It's not going to be a specific thing.
So keep your eyes open. But if you want to celebrate June and the trend for June, get the pearls. Get the pearls. Get the old stock. Get the good stuff. That's when they, a lot of times modern pearls for the same price, you don't get the quality of the pearls because they extract them much quicker to get them to market instead of letting them mature. So old stock vintage stuff, you're always generally going to get a better pearl for the value, especially from us, the way we price things, because they were left to mature longer. So definitely check them out. And I hope all is going well with you all. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Andrew will have something to show you, maybe some Briolette stuff, who knows, and we'll see you then. So Tutorial Tuesday happening tomorrow with Andrew, and I will see you back here Wednesday. All right, everybody, have a great one. Bye now.